Hey, it's Bjorn from WP Learning Lab. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to find and upload a FTP plugin to your WordPress site so that you can use FTP right in the dashboard of your WordPress, and you don't need an FTP client and you don't have to access the file manager through cPanel. So if this is something that interests you, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So the one that I use quite often is called Miwo FTP, and it essentially is just a plugin that you upload and it creates an FTP access in the WordPress dashboard. Super simple and a super lightweight plugin. It's a really small file size. So I'm just going to download this plugin and click on the button down here to download it. And this plugin is not in the WordPress repository, so that's why I'm on the Miwo website to download it from there. When you're downloading plugins that are not in the repository, you do have to be careful because really a plugin creator can put any kind of bad code in there that they want, because WordPress isn't vetting it to get it in the repository. So make sure that you trust the plugin that you're uploading. In Miwo's case, I've used it a lot. I've never had any issues with it, but you do have to be careful, even with this, because it is an FTP access plugin. So when you install this, you will have access to all the files on your server, on your website server, which means anybody else who gets access to your dashboard will also have access to those files. So what I recommend you do is you install this plugin, you use it for what you need it for, and then you delete it again. And if you need to install it again later on, you do so, and every time you're done with it, you delete it. That way your FTP, or sorry, your server stays a little more locked down and not with easy access through your site. So to install this plugin, it's very easy. Just go to Add New under Plugins, and at the top there's a button called Upload Plugin. And we click on Choose File. I'm just going to navigate to where the plugin is, which should be right around here. There we go. Then open it, click Install Now, and the plugin's installed. Then we just click on Activate Plugin to activate it. And now the plugin is activated, and we have a new menu item on the left called Miwo FTP. If we click on that, it instantly accesses all the files on our server. So like I said, this has to be used responsibly, because anybody can just go in here, check this WP config, click on the delete button, and boom, your whole website's down and you're hooped. So you don't want this plugin to exist on your website forever. You just upload it, use it for what you need it, delete it. But now that we're in here, you can use it the exact same way you can your regular FTP client, or even through the file manager in cPanel. And up here we have a bunch of buttons, just icons. If you hover over them, they tell you what they do. So this goes up one level in the directory. This goes to the home directory, reload, search for a file, copy or duplicate files, move a file, delete a file or folders, actually upload a file or folders, and then archive. And on the right hand side, you can add, this little plus button means add. So you can add a file or a directory, you can choose. And you just type in the name. So I'll just type in test directory and click on create. And now we have a new test directory right here. I don't actually want that directory there, so I'm just going to check this box and then click on the red X to delete it, to get rid of it again. And that's really all there is to it. Use it like a regular old FTP. The cool thing is it also has an editor. So say you wanted to edit the WP config file, don't actually have to check that box. If you look on the right hand side, there's a little page with code on it. If you hover over that, it says edit, because that's the editor. So if you click on that, it will open the editor unless you have security enabled. So on this site and on my server, when I click on this, I get an error saying this is not acceptable because the request has been blocked by mod security, which is a server security. So you can't actually edit server files outside of the server, as in the WordPress dashboard. So that's a good thing. You can, however, still delete them and things like that. You can download files using this download button. What you could do if you don't have any other access to your server, you could just download the file, make the changes you want, and then re-upload it using this button up here and upload the file again. It's kind of tedious, but if this is the only option you have to manipulate your files or change the actual code in the files, that's all you can do. And then here is a zip archive, and it adds a little button here, which is the unzip button. So you can upload zip files and unzip them. You can navigate through Usually you don't spend any time in WP admin or WP includes. You'd only spend time in the WP content folders where you have your images, which go in the uploads, upgrade directories, themes, and plugins. And you can mess around in there doing things. You can upload plugins directly through this plugin, through this Miwo FTP. You can upload new themes, do everything you would do with a normal FTP. And that is how we create an FTP in the WordPress dashboard. And like I said 2 times already, but this is very important. When you're not using this FTP plugin, delete it. I'm going to delete it right now. You're going to watch me delete it because it's very, very important that when it's not in use, you remove it from your site. So I'm going to find it in my list, click on deactivate, and then click on delete. And now if somebody, for whatever reason, gets into my website, they don't have the ability to access my FTP or my server easily through that FTP plugin. So I hope this video helps you. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. Please make sure you like this video, share on social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and check out wplearninglab.com where I publish more tutorials like this every single day. Talk to you soon.